Hello, this is Rick. We are going to look at the very beginning of your IELTS speaking test. This is when you walk into the IELTS speaking examination room. You need to greet the IELTS examiner for the first time. That's right, everyone must feel very nervous. But it's okay, I'm going to tell you every tip about the very beginning of your IELTS speaking test. That's right. This is before part 1 begins, and you will need to greet the examiner and do an identification check. I can give you frequently asked questions and give some useful tips so that you can be confident in your answers. And you can probably give a good impression to the examiner for the first time in your test. So let's start with the first questions. In the first question, the examiner will introduce him or herself, and they will give their name. So the examiner is going to say, "Good afternoon, my name's Tom Cruise. What's your full name?" Or maybe they might say, "Could you tell me your full name, please?" And you need to say, "Good afternoon, Tom. My name's Dong-gu Kim." But there is a common mistake you must know before you go into the speaking examination room. Please don't give a title like Mr. Tom. This is incorrect in English because we don't use title with the first names. Mr. Tom is not okay. Mr. Cruz is okay, but please don't give a title in your speaking test. But if you forget the name of the examiner, it's still fine. It's not a problem. You can just say, "Good afternoon." That's still fine. In your speaking test, when you give your name, please don't speak quickly. Don't say, "Dong-gu Kim." What? What did you say? I want you guys to speak or say your name very slowly and clearly because it's sometimes very difficult for the examiner to understand or hear foreign names. So just to say, "My name's Dong-gu Kim." Moreover, another point is smile. Don't forget to smile. At least you need to pretend to smile, even though you don't like smiling at all. This is your chance to greet the examiner and be friendly and show your confidence. So you need to look at the examiner in the eyes and relax before the part 1 begins. Okay, the second question is very easy. The examiner will ask you, "What can I call you?" So there are 3 ways you could reply. You could say, "Call me Dong-gu," or "Please call Dong-gu." Another point is that if you have an English name, you can say, "You can call me Rick," or "You can call me by my English name, Rick." But remember that if you say, "You can call me my English name, Rick," it's not correct. So you can call me by my English name, Rick. You need to use by. Keep that in mind. Alright, okay, so let's have a look at the third question. In the third question, the examiner will ask you, "Where are you from?" Or the examiner might say, "Could you tell me where you come from?" Okay, now let me give you some possible answers. You could say, "I am from Seoul." Or you could say, "I come from Seoul." Or maybe, "I come from Seoul, which is the capital of South Korea." Which sounds better? Yes, it's nice to add a little bit more information. It's friendly, but also it shows the examiner high level of grammar, which means you achieve high band scores in your speaking test. Lastly, in the final question, the examiner will ask you, "Could I see your identification, please?" Or the examiner might say, "Can you show me your identification, please?" For your answer, of course, you need to give your identification to the examiner. And you can say, "Of course, here you are." "Of course, here it is." Alright, those are the 4 frequently asked questions for part 0 for greeting the examiner. Please watch the video again and practice answering the questions correctly. And please remember to smile, relax, and be confident in your speaking test. And start your speaking test on the right way all the time. That's all. This is all I have to say. I will see you in my next lesson. Thank you.